Good morning. Hello. It's a new day, friends. A new day. Hey, Fiend, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Getting us started here with the raid. I appreciate that. Let me grab some of the other chess pieces here. Grab these guys. Gonna be working on the chess set today. We're almost done with the pawns on the other side. What a ragtag bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 and 8. Okay. Surchitna. Is that right? Surchitna. How you doing? What's up, Snoozy? What's up, Shaman? Reno? Luna? Okay, let's see here. Let's develop the outfit of this fella here. I could see hands on the hips. Oh yeah, we gotta do the ears too. Mr. Shakor, good morning to you. Have you continued production of those little characters you were making, Mr. Shakor? Remember they were looking really cool. Have you been continuing that quest? You know what? I'll get you the link. Hey, what's up, Chris? I'll get you the link to the exact set I got. There. That's the one I bought. Basically, it's just an unfinished wooden chess set. The idea is having the same kind of starting foundation. All the pieces end up relatively the same size, you know. So I don't have to worry about the sizing so much, you know. Also, wood is just a really good base to build on top of. It works really well with this material. Yeah, you know, there's a season for everything, Shakor. I'm sure you'll pick it back up once things calm down. Just like how I liked how those are looking, so you definitely should continue exploring there. Oh, really? Okay. I think chess set making is really fun. Or I guess just game piece making in general. Just a lot of fun to have this like limited composition to create something fun. And these guys specifically, I've been wanting to make. I don't know if you ever played the game Battle Brothers. I've always loved the way that the pieces in that game looked. I would love if that company would contact me and want to do something. I'll just spend the rest of my days making Battle Brothers pieces. Hard game. I love that game. That's so fun. I dove in deep to that game quite a bit. Look, this is what you do, okay? The first, I don't know if they've changed it since, but you get everyone having spears and shields, okay? And get yourself a bunch of farmers with spears and shields, and that usually gets you a good starting group or a good foundation. And then when you're playing against like zombies or something, you just have everyone stay in formation with the spear wall up. Yearly doc appointment. Why, you feeling sick? What ails you, my friend? I don't know what that means. My grandpa always shares his blood pressure numbers with me too, and I just never really understand what's going on there. That's good, no? You don't have a pressure release valve? I've installed one. Ah, this feels better. Just gotta untwist it, twist it back on. Been cutting on the gravy 3 times a day. You had gravy 3 times a day? Oh, no wonder. 4-ounce steak at the truck stop. Oh boy. Were you sure? Are you sure it was actually steak? Did you read the ingredients? Particle steak. The old Salisbury. $140 over something. Does anyone else have like a fond memory of being a child and at the store messing around with the old people blood pressure checker machine? It used to be like, I feel like you're like flying a spaceship or something. Yeah. Heck yeah. Fond memory of mine. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, we started doing a special thing on Fridays called Troll Heads. You can come in and commission. They're all numbered and signed custom heads of your choosing. Can be anything you can think of. Bring your challenge, and they get all painted up, and yeah, we only do 4 a week, so you got to be here at 11 a.m. Central Time. That's when I open it up for requests. So it's first come, first serve. Don't miss out. Comes in a really nice gift wrapping for either for yourself or as a gift. So don't miss out. This Friday, we'll be doing 4. 3 with a Sarah plus 1. Just like a Chinese buffet. That's right. A Chinese buffet with only 4 pieces of chicken. 4 pieces of crispy chicken in the pan. Door opens at 11 o'clock. Don't be confused by Seb Forrest. He's a He's a particular individual. Don't be confused. I don't know. Let me check something really quick here. Look up some reference here. Get some ideas flowing. Strength power. I'm using cast clay. It's a type of polymer clay. You can type !clay and get a link if you're curious. It's an oven cured material that stays workable as long as you need, and once you're ready to cure it, you cook it in your oven. You can work in layers like you see me doing here. We've already sculpted and baked the face and the hat. Now we're adding our next layer, which will be the clothing. Yeah, sure. And it's different from all the other polymer clays. If you're familiar with polymer clay, it actually is flexible like a rubber after it's been cured. So it's actually really durable stuff. Did you end up sending me that message there, Mr. Sib? Can't remember if I read something from you or not. Make sure to get the ball rolling since you're trying to work on a tight deadline here. It's spelled in Canadian, yeah. Ancient Canadian. Forgotten language. Kind of. So the first set, or the first side, the client wanted a very, custom, kind of like Alice in Wonderland Tea Party set. That was the kind of the base theme for the other side. So I designed the pieces with some guidance from the client, with that idea at the kind of the foundation. Now this side, the client has pretty much given me free reign for what to do at the other side. So my idea is to stay in the same kind of my idea is actually just to take what we've done, which is, all the designs from the other side, and then kind of thinking of like the evil version, or like the doppelganger bad guy version. So on the one side we got these teacup soldiers, and so my idea was to do these, pot goblins. So instead of teacups, they have like old dented cooking pots on their head. And so I'm going to do that same without all of them. So, like the rooks will probably be, or not the rooks, the castles will be some sort of stone house, just like these ones are, but more bad guy looking, Not as put together, we'll just say. And this is the good guy knight here, which is a horse. We've already decided that it'll be a dragon instead of a horse, but it'll be the same kind of like overall format, so same kind of pose and same size, but bad guy version. And the king piece is on the good guy team, it's a rabbit with a key that's dressed like a king, standing on top of the pot. So we're going to do the twisted version of that. I'm pretty sure the king on the bad guy team is going to be a rat instead of a king. It's a really greasy looking rat. The Rat King, And I'm not sure what he'll be standing on top of. We'll have to figure that out. Maybe keeping it in theme, a large cooking pot with like a bunch of bones and stuff on the inside, or something like that. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then the bishops on the good guy side, we have one is a music playing character, so we'll do the same thing. I was thinking like bagpipes. And then the other bishop is one of the pawns that's like elevated, and so we'll do the same. Rat King standing on all the cheese. Yeah, right. A KFC pot, maybe. This project brought to you by KFC. Hey, what's up, Forrest? Welcome. Irgendwer. That's right. We're almost done with the pawns on the second side, which means, we're definitely getting there. Wild America? I don't know what that is. Hey, what's up, Loose Noodle? Hey, Spring Milk, good morning. Oh, I'm not casting this piece. This is all original one-off work. There'd be no molding or casting. PBS Nature Show back in the day. You know, during my weekend little trip that we just did, we were looking at old '90s commercials down the memory alley there. That's pretty nostalgia filled trip there. It's funny, we had to laugh because the place we were staying at had YouTube Premium, and so we're using the YouTube Premium to watch ads from the 90s. Ad-free ads. This is cosplay, not sculpting. You can type !clay to get a link if you're curious. I think we're using extra firm right now. Yeah, extra firm. I bounce between medium firm and extra firm. I say if you're looking to buy it for the first time, you should just start with extra firm. Working just like always. My third redesign of this enclosure mold. Let's hope I learned my lesson and it works properly. Let's hope. If you don't learn, you're doomed to repeat it. We shall see. Me and the missus looked at your site this morning. We were talking about you. That's cool. So you really do a lot of just like you do specifically chessboards. That was interesting. Was that how you found me? The chess drew you in originally. Oh, I see. Okay. You have like a bunch of like sub branches of what you do. It's not all of what you do. You're just in kind of small scale production business. Someone has an idea but needs someone to produce it, and you're the guy that does that. Okay. It won't irgendwer. No, this is a commissioned piece. It's a one-off. Poor irgendwer. Sorry to say, my friend. You can get 32 troll heads at a discount price. One headed per week. If you're fast enough. Hey, Mr. Korvik. Mr. Korvik. All right, yeah, send it to me. It's always interesting to check that stuff out. I mean, to be fair, this project will be a good proof of concept for future chess piece making endeavors. So you never know. Maybe we'll kickstart the creation of a CNOT original chess set in the future. Wouldn't it be cool to do like a Kickstarter for a production of a custom chess set that people that like that the theme of which is not decided entirely, but voted upon by the people investing in the Kickstarter. So pick like a couple really good themes, kind of like an everything wins scenario, and you know, the people that are throwing down on it get to vote. That ultimately decides the main theme of the set. That'd be pretty cool, I think. I was just gonna say we'd probably have to find someone for production because I would probably outsource that part. Just do the master sculpts. It is good to work with. Yeah, I really love this clay. I'm glad it came into existence during my lifetime. Hey, what's up, Kairos? How you doing? I see. Okay. Interesting. I guess that's always the fear with business partners, is that there comes the moment of not seeing eye to eye and things splitting and fracturing and all crumbling down. Yeah, Kickstarter would have to be used because I can't afford the initial upfront of the work, you know. Gotta eat, you know what I mean? Take a long time to produce. Once we finish this set, we'll actually know how long it took, days wise. At least the sculpting portion. Oh, I see. Okay. So you wanted to grow and he wanted to kind of stay put. And then that caused the crack, the fracture. And then you kept digging and you found the Balrog. And then he was like, I told you so. They dug too deep. Those dwarves. no experience is a bad experience. I'm sure you learned a lot. No, small pieces like this I don't sketch. I only do sketches for the big ones, and I do them out of clay. Clay sketch. Oh yeah. Yeah. I agree. You have to be willing to take the scary leaps, though, you know? I've had so many scary leaps in my life that all led to really great things. Some of the best things came after us taking a scary leap. I think a lot of the fear comes from this fear of failing, of trying to do something and it not working out and having to ask for help, you know. Can't be afraid of that. I definitely stumbled quite a few times before what I'm doing here really establishing itself. I see. He's missing the passion bit. Arguably the most important piece. He's just grinding them paychecks. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, the first time I just quit my job and started sculpting full time, totally flopped. It was not good. And the second time, sustained for a long time, but eventually crumbled. And the third time, stuck. But it took going through those first two times to learn what was needed, to really see what to grow, to learn, to adapt. And it's a never-ending thing. Never done with that. Hey, Fenrir. Oh, all right. Browsed your way in here and got stuck. Yes, got another one. All part of my master plan. I lured you in with the compelling thumbnail and title. Then you fell for my trap. Come, stay a while. Here, have a sip of wine. Delicious roast chicken. Before you know it, you've been gone for 30 years. La 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 la. The sound of my siren voice. Speaking of the sound of my siren voice, I need some coffee. I'll be right back. All right. Let's get some feet on him. Feet and ears. Some textures, and then we'll bake him and do the arms in a separate layer. Critical failure. You're now stuck here forever. You rolled a 1. Hey, thanks, MK. Looking in the wrinkles. Don't do the texture. Hey, thanks, MK. Yeah, Animare's been she's been back to streaming. It's good to see her back in the groove of things. as far as live streaming art goes, there's really no other place other than Twitch that's got such a big kind of collection of artists doing this kind of stuff. I just wish there was a way to make more people aware that that's the case, Because the funny thing is I think typically the type of people that would want to watch art content aren't usually the same group that would want to watch other things that are on Twitch. So most people just assume that it's only those other things and that there's not the art. Or they actually go to the art, they actually discover it and they go to it, and then they see a lot of the same thing that's not the stuff that they're really into. And that makes them think that that's all there is. So if there was a way to kind of break that mold, the art section would be doing much better for itself, I'm sure. All right. Yeah. That's true. I mean, usually if they're streaming, they have Discord as well. Because I think when you look at the art category as a whole, it's not growing. It's kind of just sustaining. Yeah, right. Yeah, you have to digging around for gems. Right. Right, but that's what there's VTuber art streamers do very well, So there's obviously something there. Just appeals to a different group of people. Basically, this is the retirement home of the Twitch art category. Enjoy your stay, because you're not leaving. Please sign here. Could you speak up, Sonny? There, Clayton. Back to your room. Yep. Dinner will be ready soon. Spaghetti with meat sauce for the 6th time this week. You saw 40K and you got... Oh, okay, so you saw the 40K hash or the channel whatchamacallit thing. Interesting. It's always interesting to hear how people get here. Somehow I plan to compile all that data into some sort of effective strategy, but it doesn't really happen. It's just more of like an interesting thing. But it's also good to know what things are actually working and what things aren't really working. So, my ghost host. I just woke up here one day. Your family knocked you out, and dropped you off here. Oh yes, Sarah, our newest guest. I will escort you to your room. Latish 30s, yeah. Gerard tossed you in and said he's your problem. I just recently discovered the art category and have been bouncing around looking for streamers I like. Okay. So what made you discover the art category? Were you scrolling the category list and you saw the art category and were like, "Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what's in there." Or how did that go about? Oh yeah, like from Twitch's perspective. Is that what you mean, Loose Noodle? Totally. Something to pluck the heartstrings every once in a while, but not their main cheese. Right. That would be IRL and probably Fortnite. The main cheese squeeze. Oh yes, okay, yes, I see what you're saying. That the stream itself is a supplemental marketing tool, but the main product is the art. I see what you're saying. Which, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. Hmm. It's kind of like a collaborative thing, because like I can't survive strictly on just my art, and I can't survive strictly on just the stream. So I definitely need both. And sometimes one is doing better than the other, and it's like this kind of ebb and flow. So basically, I'm a very bad businessman, and by you guys supporting me, it allows me to stay afloat. Because if it was up to me, the ship would have crashed a long time ago. I just fell here, now I'm stuck. Chat subsidized, yeah, right. Chat bails me out of my poor business maneuverings. When I just spontaneously add a bunch of like extra work to a project for the sake of the art, but don't necessarily charge for that work, that's bad for business, great for art. It's very hard to find that balance between focusing on the art and focusing on the business side of the art. It's really hard to kind of prioritize both. I imagine other artists have difficulty with that side of things, or maybe just me. I don't know. I was just browsing around for other game categories to check out and stumbled upon the art one, and it got me back into my own art. There you go. See, look at that. Cool. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that. It's always interesting. Seems the business model as an artist is to compile all your stylistic skills plus the basics into a sellable class. I already failed that before you even threw it in the room. I instead give it away for free. I should sculpt a project that's like the embodiment of the art brain CNOT in like a wrestling match with the embodiment of the business brain CNOT. Except the business brain CNOT would be like the scrawny, like underdeveloped business guy, 'cause he never gets fed. Against the super, like, you versus Stallone, yeah. This super buff artistic brain. The weekend was good there, Funka. It was a really good time. It went by quick. Okay, so you saw sculpting combined with 40K, and then that was it. Yeah, we were in this strange place called Sabula, Funka. It's an actual island in the middle of Iowa. It's like a little town on an island in the middle of Iowa. It's a strange place. Strange place. Fun, but strange. We did meet this guy. We went to this we were gonna have mac and cheese for lunch, and one of my old friends wasn't satisfied with just mac and cheese and wanted to get some protein to go with it. So we stopped by this small smoked meats shop that was right off of the boat dock that goes to the river. And we go in there as this tiny little smoke shop. He had the smoker out back. And we go in there and there was this like literally a character from a video game type of shop owner. He was just super friendly and like super knowledgeable about and super passionate about smoked meats, and he was talking about like future ideas for his shop, and one of his ideas was to start doing ramen. It's doing ramen and smoked meats and ramen, you know. And he said, oh, he's like, there's a lot of weebs up in these hills, you know, like the way he said it was so funny. It's like, there'd be a lot of weebs up in these hills. I know ramen would do really good. It became the quote of the weekend. There be weebs in these hills. Because, you know, it's like a nowhere town with not a lot going on. So it was cool that he was, you know, trying to pioneer some new frontier out there. And then his assistant guy comes from inside, and he's like, "Oh, hey Henry, how those pork butts doing out there? What kind of internal temperature we got going on?" You know, and they just like had this little, and they had that, you know, that kind of, he had that like Minnesotan accent almost, you know, but he's like this skinny guy with like long hair and just super passionate about his smoking operation there, smoked meats. He didn't want to sell us brisket because he was going to run out. It was so funny. He was advising everything else on the menu, and then he's like, "Oh, but you know, I don't really want to sell this brisket because I only have this much left." And you know, I was like, "Well, now I really want the brisket." All of a sudden, I wanted even more. Now we ended up getting smoked chicken thighs to go with our mac and cheese. It was delicious. There be weebs up in those hills. Oh man, it was funny. Seriously, this guy was like literal. We could just upload him into a game as like a smoked meats vendor, and he would fit in perfectly. Just an entertaining guy to talk to. I did buffalo buffalo sauce to my smoked meat mac and cheese. It was excellent. Turned it into a buff mac. I love me some buffalo mac and cheese. Wish I had a smoked meats place that also sold ramen. Oh yeah. Sounds painful. Yeah, so he didn't have ramen. He was talking about it. He had like a waffle making station for like doing like breakfast. And it was like this, the inside of the shop like was like, you know, it is obvious he hadn't been there for a long time, you know. Like it was not quite settled in, not quite a homey place, but good location because he's, you know, right where people are loading and offloading and loading their boats from the dock. So, you know, people are coming in from a whole day out on the water, smelling the waft of a smoker going on, you know. I think that's a brilliant location idea. So I hope he does well. Must be a hard gig to get a food making operation off the ground, you know. It's a volume operation, you know. A long-term numbers game. I can't wait to get into some of these bigger pieces on this side. Very soon, very soon. Oh, we got the one whole side done, and then we only have 2 more pawns, and then all the big pieces for the other side to go. So still a ways, but we're definitely well over the halfway point. One bite at a time. That's right. I've done so many marathon pizzas. I'm pretty immune to any project fatigue, you know. This type of marathon piece is nice because each little piece is like a separate project, you know, so. I'm 100% getting barbecue for lunch today. Smoked meats. Yeah, I never thought of it before, but after talking to him, it's actually tough. It's a kind of a tougher business because if you don't have like a steady volume of customer, you know, like getting started can be rough because smoking a brisket takes like 2 days, you know. It's not like you can just fire it up and it's ready to go. And then that smoked brisket only stays good for a certain amount of time, you know. So, but a brisket costs like $100 for the slab of meat. So you're having to constantly play this kind of guessing game of making sure you got smoked brisket ready to go, but also not too much that any of it's going to waste, you know. So it's hey, Ringo. Hello, Ringo. Imagine a nice bowl of ramen with pieces of barbecue brisket in there. Oh yeah. Bet you guys had a lot of brisket for dinner. That's what I would do. I would just eat all the excess. It would just go right into the belly. Brisket on nachos is so good. Dang, now I want brisket. I've been wanting to get into smoking my own briskets. Hey, thanks a lot, Mark. I appreciate that. I think we'll brush this one down and get it in the oven. Oh wait, we gotta do the ears too. Let's do those first. Oh yeah. I know I could. I just you know. Beef rib is even better. Yeah, the country ribs. Those had to be slow cooked too. The cost per pound on those is much lower than other beef. That's why it'd be a good choice. You know, for a while there, I would buy the country rib beef ribs, and I would smash them flat with a meat tenderizer hammer, like really intensely, and then marinate them with lemon juice to chemically tenderize the meat with you know, the acid, and then I would just cook them up like a steak. Works pretty good. It's like pre-chewing it for myself. Get a little pre-chew on there with the hammer. Yeah, I've heard of pineapple too. I rarely have a pineapple just laying around to use it for that. I always have lemons. Yeah, right. Tenderized tongue. One of my first jobs was when I was 16, working at a mom and pop grocery store, and I would buy a whole pineapple for lunch and cut it open and eat it till I couldn't feel my tongue no more. I did that all the time. It's like one day I just discovered pineapple's existence and was pretty hooked on pineapple for a while. You know what I had just recently? A freeze-dried pineapple. That's actually really tasty, too. A crispy pineapple snack. I've not had pickled pineapple, no. Yeah, I like pineapple, but I'm never one to be like, if someone's like, hey, what do you want to order on your pizza? I'm never going to say pineapple. But if there's pizza in front of me that has pineapple on it, I might participate in the eating of it. But yeah, it's not like I feel like it adds anything to the pizza, really. It's just like a obscure thing on there that doesn't conflict. Doesn't support it, but doesn't conflict either. They do, yeah, true. Well, I had learned, so, we always heard of anchovies on pizza, and I used to think, like, why would people do that? Why would you ruin a pizza with anchovies? But then I was doing research in the natural forms of MSG, which MSG is a substance that makes the things around it taste better. Kind of like salt, but in a different way. And anchovies are actually very high in MSG. So then it started to really make sense why people that like anchovies on pizza are like super fans, because it probably actually really does make pineapple, or it makes the pizza taste better. So it's equivalent to just sprinkling some MSG on there. Certain seaweeds have high levels of MSG. Usually the white powdered MSG is made from a type of seaweed. How about pineapple and tea? I could see that. I like ginger tea quite a bit. Pepper, garlic, honey. Oh yeah, I could see that. When I make like a pasta or a pizza sauce, I always add honey to the recipe. A little bit of sweetness in the sauce. Pineapple and the tea. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being nice. I've regrown a pineapple from a store-bought pineapple before. You know, the fruit part, the bottom part of the pineapple that you eat isn't even needed to regrow it. It's just that, you know, that top part you cut off, the spiky leaf part at the top. When you cut that off, you could plant that into a pot and it'll start growing into a new pineapple plant. And you still eat the pineapple and start growing another one. I love that abundant sustainability of nature. I just don't live in a climate that it can thrive outdoors, so it has to be in a potted plant situation. I'm not really one for potted indoor plants. Oh, really? Subscribes to bromelaid facts. You know, it's crazy once you understand how the world of plants works as far as like seeds go, that a lot of plants, say you have a certain variety of potato, like a russet potato. You grow the russet potato, and most people don't know this, but potatoes actually make fruit that look like tiny little tomatoes, fruit-bearing seed. So if you grow the russet potato and you collect the seeds and then you plant those seeds, what will grow from that will not be a russet potato. It will be a potential crossbreed between the russet potato and whatever else. Yeah, you don't eat those. Those are poisonous. Yeah. So that's why when you want to plant a russet potato, you plant the potato instead of the seed, because it's like it's a continuation of that particular plant. So instead of starting from scratch, it's just the continuation of that particular organism. Same thing happens with that's why there's a lot of problems with, like, for example, bananas getting like a disease and like all the banana trees dying. It's because they're all the same banana. Instead of in the natural world, every generation of banana would be a different banana with different slightly different qualities and different traits. But us humans are very picky, and well, I guess industry is the way industry is, and they want the banana to look a certain way, taste a certain way. So they've figured out a very specific variety, and they've cloned that. And so it's like you have acres and acres and fields of the exact same banana. And that just opens up the door for super pests and disease, you know. Because I even know in my own garden, I'll grow like 5-6 varieties of something that I like. Because if something happens like a disease or a pest, a lot of the times it'll only affect 1 or 2 varieties, but won't affect the other ones. So like, you know, if I plant 5 different types of potato, something happens to one of them, I'll still get a harvest, you know, because I have this variety going on. So in cloning, I think it's, I don't know how it works with banana trees, but typically it's cutting a branch off of a tree and you sprout the branch, meaning you like kind of, or you wrap a part of it with dirt and it starts to sprout roots, and then you cut it, and then you have a new cloned tree that's the exact same as the mother tree. So it's what banana used to taste like. Oh yeah, that's interesting. I never thought of that. Yeah, because there used to be a variety of banana back in like the 70s, 60s, 70s or something like that, that went pretty much extinct because of commercial farming. And they had to develop a new variety of banana to become the banana, you know, the one that we actually all eat and know in the store. So the one banana, yeah. Yeah, the real, well, okay, it's all real bananas, but basically what you can do over time, let's say you have this banana here that has like smaller seeds, and this banana here is more disease resistance. You get those to cross-pollinate, and then you take the seed from that, and that's like a cross between the two. And then you plant that, and it grows, and it'll develop traits from both of those. The mom and the dad, and the baby has both the traits. And then you keep doing this process year after year after year to essentially guide and design your own variety of something. So it's totally natural process. You're just injecting yourself and making these decisions of what plants to put next to each other so they cross-pollinate. So, and that's how they create. That's why they're able to make the banana seeds get smaller to the point where they're not even fully developed. So I also think probably part of it is that when you eat a banana, it's not a fully developed banana, but it's harvested before it's fully developed. So same with cucumbers, cucumber plants. The cucumbers that we eat are underdeveloped cucumbers. That's why the seeds are like really faint and soft and small. But if you let a cucumber really grow to the size it's supposed, the full finished fruit, it's like they get like a cucumber that would be normally like a pickle size is like this big and yellow and orange colored, and you carve into it and it's all hollow on the inside like a pumpkin. And that has fully developed seeds. So yeah, anytime you're growing something for seed, you need to let it fully mature on the plant. And jeez. All right, let's get this in the oven because I'm getting very distracted with nerd plant talking. I just find it fascinating to like really learn how all that stuff works, Makes me want to like spend the rest of my life trying to create a certain breed of tomato or something. CN-shaped tomatoes that taste like apricots. Bananas we have are a pretty small variety. Well, where are you from there, Scorch? Or you mean, yeah, the ones that we have in the store compared to like wild bananas? Florida, yeah. Tomasillos, yeah. Well, I have this theory that if you grow, for example, I grow tomatoes in my garden every year, and I let nature take its course, and tomatoes will kind of self-propagate here in my yard, in my environment. That over the generations of tomatoes that I'm growing here, I'm not reintroducing any new seed. It's just the tomatoes are seeding themselves. That eventually that kind of generation of tomato will get better and better at thriving in the environment that's here, So there's like slowly adapting more to the growing conditions that I'm at. So, and then of course I'm also introducing new varieties each year, which could potentially cross-pollinate. All right, I gotta paint some clay glue on the ears here. Give them some durability. All right. Get that in the oven, and then we're going to start our next two, the last two pawns. I'll be right back. All right. A new face. Let's get our eye line going here. Nice center line. Indentation for the eyes. All right, let's add our nose here. Mm. Looney Lorna, why you do that? You know how hard it is to get people in here? You just scaring them away. How you doing there, Looney Lorna? Let's hear it. Take 5, everybody. We're going to Sedona, Clayton.
The strength of the cnotbusch kingdom lies not in our walls, but in our people. March to war.
Hey, Silese. Hey, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Welcome, raiders. Come on in. We are sculpting a custom chess set today. I appreciate that there, Silese. We're making some pot goblins. That's what these guys are. Would you like to buy some spoons or forks? This one's selling. This is the one side here. We just got one in the oven, so. And so we only have this one and this one left to do on this side, and then we can start getting into the bigger pieces. And then the other side's completely done. Here's what the knight looks like. And the castle. Yeah, I appreciate you sending your folks here, Silese. And welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. Here's one of the pawns from the other team. Teacup soldiers. Yeah, we just began a new one here. What have you been up to, Silese? Anything new and wild and crazy going on? Got kind of a kinder look. Let's give him a little bit more chin. Thanks, Lorna. Meanie. Nice to meet you, Meanie.
I finished these mini foods.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So what we got here? Ooh, an egg. Fried egg. Oh, cool. I really like what you did with the bread. Adding that brown to make it look more bready.
Yeah. And the pretzel too.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Cool.
And some fell apart and it really looks like a pretzel bite.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
and inside. So I was trying to make one big bite out of the pretzel so it looks realistic.
That's cool. Was this a donut?
Yeah.
It's a loaf of bread or a sandwich or something?
No, it's bread with strawberry and heavy whipping cream mixed together.
Oh, okay. Strawberry sandwich. An ice cream cone?
With like, I don't know, you can say
Raspberry.
raspberry ice cream.
And then a sucker, huh? Cool.
So what's your favorite?
Well,
My favorite is the pretzel.
your favorite is the pretzel? That one is pretty good. It's one of my favorites. The egg is all really good. Really well done egg, I have to say.
Does it even look stick to egg?
It does, yeah.
All of them do. They look realistic.
All of them do look a little realistic, yeah. Of course, there's always things we can improve on, but this is very good.
Does it look really realistic inside of the pretzel?
Oh yeah, where the bite is. Let me see, where is that? Yeah, it does. So that's how it would really look. Lighter colored on the inside and dark on the outside.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
says pretzel bites actually look like really close to the same with that.
Yeah, that's how it would really look if you took a real bite out of a pretzel. Very nice. Nice work, daughter.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. The egg, yeah. She's into making miniature foods lately. Oh, hey, progress. Now that's progress right there. That's awesome, man. Emma's an April baby, so maybe they'll share a birthday. Awesome, man. Congratulations. You're in for a ride, my friend. A ride that nothing you can do will prepare you for it, but you get prepared along the way, so. Follow your instincts. Try your best, and you will succeed. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'd never have it any other way, honestly. But it's a change for sure. I think that's the thing, is it's the adjusting to that change can be harder for some, but it is the best thing. One of the best things that can happen to somebody. It's what it is your priorities in life completely shift into just a different, you become a different person, and priorities completely shift. Yeah. That's about it. You learn just as much as they do, if not more. and that's all right. It's worth giving up whatever you have to give up to
Listen
make it work,
closely,
you know?
traveler, to
It really
what
is.
I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Engine Toros. 47 months. Thank you so much, my friend. Probably the biggest sacrifice or adjustment for me was just you have a lot more you time, a lot more personal, just you time when, before you have a kid. And then afterwards, like your life just gets so busy that you really don't get a lot of just like you time, But then you start to switch. It starts to switch. See, I was the type of person that liked to have a lot of me time, doing whatever, and that's once I kind of let that go, then it started to shift where I didn't even want it back, and I really enjoy the us time, the personal time becomes us time instead of just me time, and yeah, and that just has to decrease. But then, like, it's almost like you just temporarily giving it up, because once your child grows, then you're able to just share those things that you want to do with them, instead of it being solo journeys. Like for like me, it was like gaming. I did a lot of gaming before Emma, and there was a phase where I just pretty much had to give it up completely. But like now, I'm gaming again with her, so and it's so much cooler. I don't know, it's just better than if it was just me by myself enjoying a game or whatever. So it's like you have to give it up to get it. To get it back, you got to give it up. Truly. But there's a natural progression to it. It just happens automatically, Cards, yeah. Yeah, I was never really a going out kind of person, so I didn't have to give up any like social. I already had no social life to give up, so my social life consists of you guys during my work hours, so that never had to change. So probably like me and the missus, we used to go to the movie theater all the time before Emma. Now we just don't anymore. But honestly, that's just small stuff. Don't even really miss it, to be honest. But yeah, board games are really good. We got Emma onto board games real early. Video games didn't come in till later, because like now she's at the age where I want her to have skills with using like keyboard and mouse, and gaming has been a really good way to teach her how to do that. So you should see her manipulating a character in a game already. It's so cool to watch how quickly she develops that ability to use the mouse and stuff like that. Because I think that's a big one where the kids get used to the touch screens and then they don't learn the mouse, or they get too frustrated to use the mouse, and it's like, nah, you're gonna need those computer skills, kiddo. Right now we're playing through Pal World, me and Emma. She pretty much does the exploring around, and I do the base management and fighting, because she doesn't want to doesn't want to participate in the fighting as much. Too much of an adrenaline rush for her. So and we just we do it only on the weekends, weekend gaming time. That's been our balance. Yeah. Gaming's just one of those things I know can get out of hand, and that's why we're very careful about it. Allowing it, but limiting it, that's just how it has to be. I mean, we have to do it ourselves to limit ourselves. Making it a weekend treat, I think, is a good thing. Quiet you. It is I, the voice of reason speaking within you. Clayton, quit running around in your space worlds. Get back to work, sculpting. Yeah, kids are really like content with whatever situation you kind of present them. Except for like going to the grocery store. That's Emma's quite sick of that already. She's definitely reached the age where she just doesn't want to go to the grocery store with me anymore. It's boring. She should feel lucky, though. I'm a very efficient shopper. I'm like grocery store SWAT team mission. I got my list, and I'm just like, right to what I need, get it, grab it, go, get out of here. All right, hey, sounds good, Noodle. I'll be getting off at noon today. I have to do a makeup lesson with my student today, so I'll be getting off at noon. Let's open up these nostrils here. Man shopping. When the missus wants to just browse around the store, I have to remove myself from the situation. I'll like pressure her just with body language alone, without even realizing I'm doing it. I have a particular hover. I'm like, all right, time to go. That's enough. Let's get out of here. So usually when she wants to browse around, me and Emma just go on a little adventure somewhere else. Otherwise, I somehow end up spoiling the fun. I just can't help it. It's just like, it just happens automatically. All right, time to get some eyeballs in here. So if you guys are enjoying watching this little character face come to life, we actually started doing something on Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. Around this time on Friday, if you tune in, you can commission one of these troll heads to be made. They're all numbered and signed, and they come in a nice medieval fantasy packaging. And you can commission a character of your choosing. It can be anything. A lobster astronaut or a dwarf or whatever sort of description you want to give. And yeah, even if you don't want to commission one, just tune in on Friday because they are fun to watch. So yeah, that's 11 a.m. Central Time on Fridays. So we only do 4, and it's kind of first come, first serve. So they get painted by the missus and, you know, packaged and shipped. Anyways, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I can feel the trollhead experience really growing my face rendering because I'm getting quite a bit of practice. We also do, if you miss them, you can go check out on the missus posts them on Discord. Let me show you. She posts the unpainted with the prompt and who commissioned them, and you can go back and you can go see all the ones we've, ones that have been done and what the prompt was. It's pretty cool. This last batch, I think, turned out really good. that pirate frog. Crystal troll. Conan hobbit. I really liked how the glasses worked out exactly how I thought they would. It's the hardest part of sculpting these the chess set. These are not. I wouldn't say any part of these is actually hard. These are fun work. So. On the troll heads, yeah, it's that because of they're a lower cost commissioned thing, so I can't spend forever on them, So keeping it quick but effective can be difficult with certain character types, especially like the females, expressive females. But I already know that the more I practice those, the quicker they get, the better and quicker they get. So oh yeah, you waited to take a look at it till the unboxing. Well, that's the thing, is they don't actually look the same at all. They're all unique. So there's no no real challenge there. Yeah, they're all kind of their own character. They're the same character type with the same kind of general theme, but all unique. Would you like? I'd like to interest you in a spoon, maybe a fork. Highest quality silver. This grumpy guy here. Luciano. Hello, Luciano. From Brazil. Now, if you wanted them to look exactly the same, you would just sculpt it one time and then mold it and cast it. All right, let's open up these eyes here. I think we're giving him a wink. This one's winking. Just need to make it a little more expressive here. Just cheek up a little bit. Flashy. Yeah, especially on YouTube. So all the Brazilians are hanging out. Brazilian chat. Yeah, she did. She even specifically came to me this morning and asked me for yellow and white. She wanted to make an egg. And then she used...
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Picture in canvas. Thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Appreciate that very much. Thank you very kindly. And then she discovered on her own that she could take like an orangey color, make something that looks like it's made of bread, and then do like a brown. She did like a brown wash over the top there. To make that like the browner part of the bread. All self-discovery. Glorsh. She glorshed it up. You can bake it more than once, and actually that's kind of the secret to making complex pieces is to bake in stages. You know. The babushka. And the secret to keeping one's sanity. Yeah, that's right. Correct. Which piece? Which one's the babushka piece? One of the full one of these guys. So we use just a piece of wood as the base. These unfinished chess pieces. Yeah. This is just a piece of wood. You can use foil. The reason I'm using these is because they all are the same size. So when I have all these characters I've made next to each other, they all started with the same kind of starting point, and so I don't have to worry so much about making the size and shape. You know, they all kind of are uniform because of that. See? But yeah, foil is very useful for bulking out a character. But in this case, we don't need to because we're using the wood. Okay, I'm about ready to wash it all down here. I think we do a wrinkle in the middle there. All right, let's take this small brush. We're going to use some alcohol and clean up all the shapes. Right, but there's less work involved there if you start with a consistently size shaped base. You know what I mean? Like it's less. It's not something you have to even really worry about. There's so many ways in this job to make life hard on yourself. By doing things in certain ways, you can make your life miserable or you can make it pretty smooth. Learning those ways, that's the trick. That's the hard part. Often the learning happens with hindsight when you do things the really hard way and you realize you should have done them a different way to make life easier on yourself. So, making the decision to get a set of wooden chess pieces to build on top of is totally a experience decision, Just kind of trying to foresee the struggles of a project and overcome them with like an easier process. The thought of doing 16 pawns that are roughly the unique designs but roughly the same size was not something I was looking forward to. We found a shortcut. John Bauer. I feel like I've heard this name before. I mean, the answer is yes, I do. I've probably seen the person's work. I'm just bad at remembering names. Is he the one that does the like really over the top kind of goblin designs? really pushing the limits. Let me finish this step and I'll just Google it right quick. There we go. Get that in the oven. We'll go grab our other guy out of the oven so we can do his arms. Let me Google this really quick though. John Bauer. Swedish guy, huh? Oh yeah, I think I have seen his work before. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Hey, what's up, pork chops? All right, let me go get this in the oven. We'll grab the other guy out of the oven and we'll sculpt his arms. I'll be right back. Hey, thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do the full start to finish production. Concepting, sculpting, painting. My wife does painting as well, so we both collab. Some paint jobs she does all entirely, and others I'll do entirely. But no, actually, you know, usually she has a hand in pretty much every paint job, so she's kind of become the finisher, the kind of like the last touches and cleanup step. Even on the ones that I will start painting, she'll kind of go over. She's very meticulous, the missus. Yeah, she also produces all of my social media content. So she's kind of running around behind the scenes recording from different angles, and you know, she majored in film and motion design, so she does she's really good with the camera work and editing and all that stuff. So I just get to sit here in this chair and smush clay and hang out with you guys. She does all the hard work. All right. This fella needs some arms. Blueberry pancakes, huh? You pancake eater. You don't like the brown colored corn syrup that they call maple syrup? Well, la-ti-da. What is golden syrup? Mm-hmm. It's probably maple syrup. I'm just calling it golden syrup. Really? What is it like? Not as reduced. Did you forget about your student? No, it's at noon. 30 more minutes. I would never elevate Alex. Why do you get such ideas? Hmm. Real noon, yeah. Not whatever fake noon world you come from. Yeah, so I do one-on-ones, or I offer one-on-one sessions. But then I also have free teachings on YouTube. There's start to finish tutorials for how to create certain characters. So if you're really wanting to learn, it's a good place to start. I think one-on-ones are, I think it's better to jump into one-on-ones once you've kind of established yourself a bit. And, it's something you really want to take to the next level. That's where one-on-ones can come in handy. Marcy. Hey, thank you. This is a wax carving tool. You'll find it in most wax carving sets. This one? Or the priest, the one with just the face? Basically, I sculpt the face, I bake it, then I add the eyes and the hat, bake it again. Then I do the kind of the main torso area, bake it, and then finish it off with, accessories like arms and eyebrows or hair. Then bake it for the final time. Oh, yeah, was it yesterday's piece? Anime girl with like a draping cloak behind her. I don't know, I'm new. Jernai has like a dress. Let's see. Is it this one here? Yeah, so with this one, what was the question? When you made that figure that had the mantle, did you bake them separately and put that together? So with this one, I made her body first, and then I drilled into the baked body and added a wire armature, kind of like how we have the tail armature here. Wire armature here and on both sides of the piece of cloak. Then I used aluminum tape to create the plane between the two wires, and then I sculpted one side of that plane, baked it, and then sculpted the other side of that plane. So that creates the final look. It's my current strategy for cloaks. Aluminum tape, yeah, it's found in home improvement stores in the area that they sell the duct work. It's official duct tape. It's found anywhere that sells supplies for working on ducts or, HVAC. So it's just like a sticky back aluminum. No, that was on the Jernai. Remember, to do the Jernai's dress, I sculpted her as if she didn't have a dress. It was just her legs. And then I did, then I just wrapped her legs with the aluminum tape. And then sculpted right on there. But then this cracking occurred right here, which I think it was from the aluminum tape kind of shifting around a little bit. It's not a big deal because that all gets covered anyways, but by the layers that go above it. But yeah, I think the adhesive on the aluminum tape combined with the weight of the clay that we added caused this kind of shifting to happen. So. No, you fake the waves. You're not making the structure do the wave. You're making the structure straight, okay? So from point A to point B, a flat plane. And then on one side, you're sculpting the waves. And then on the other side, you're doing the opposite pattern. And then when you combine it together, it gives the illusion that it's this wavy cloth that's really thin. But really, it's actually pretty thick. And the illusion happens where you do the edge, where the very edge of the cloth is. You get it you taper it down into that fine edge, and then you show it. So it's really just an illusion that it's a thin piece of wavy cloth, but really it's pretty thick. So. Yeah, the illusion really works as long as the edge is very thin and it's a smooth taper from the thicker part to the thinner part. Oh, do they do something similar? Mac desktops. Chunky body with a thin edge and a smooth taper.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Hey. Freak Edu. Ricky Doo, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the cnotbusch Kingdom. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. How'd you make the bunny ears? Was it done through a similar process, or were they all clay? No, there's no armature on those. So, oh yeah, sure. No problem there, Freaky Doo. Thanks for the support. So with those ears, I kind of made a thin version of the shape first. Yeah, we're getting ready for an all right, folks. There, Sarah. Getting close. You know, you make a really thin version of that shape, kind of like that, and then I baked it to lock it in. Didn't do any details, just got the shape and the thickness the way I wanted it. Baked it to harden it, and then went on with a layer on the outside to do the fur, to sculpt in the fur. Then baked it again. And sometimes it's easy to sculpt the shape out, bake it, and then even carve it down with the Dremel tool before doing the detail layer. Oh yeah? That's a good thing I stream a lot, right? Glad to have you here. Yeah, it's a bummer. There's a season for everything there, Looney Luna. It'll be back. Alright, we'll have to finish that up next time. It's pretty close though. Just need to get the final touches. Pretty cool. And so we'll have the one we started today to finish, and then the last one, which we'll do next week. But I must get going, folks. I have a one-on-one session with the student of mine, and I'm gonna get going to that. I will be back on tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time. We will be it's about 6 hours from now. We'll be working on painting a piece that's in the finishing stage. So if you want to tune in and see that, make sure you check it out this evening. Also, don't forget this Friday we're doing troll heads, so tune in to see 4 custom heads be made They're all numbered and signed and come in a nice packaging. So if anyone's out there wants to commission one of these heads to not only get something in your hands, but also support my work, we'll be doing 4 of them this Friday. So bring your challenge to me and I will create it, whatever it is. Lobster astronaut or some sort of crazy, I don't know, were beaver or something. Whatever your challenge is. That's 11 a.m. Central Time on Friday. So whatever an hour ago was for you on Friday. Don't miss it. Let's find someone to raid. I'm gonna get out of here. Who can we raid today, folks? Yeah, we haven't stopped in I Paint Burbs in a while. Let's go raid I Paint Burbs. $6 p.m. So 6 hours from now, I'll be back, and we'll be doing a painting a skeleton pirate piece painting stream. All right. Long time no see. What's up, Morgan McGaff? Hello. Goodbye. Till next time. It's good to see you, man. Well, yeah, I'll be back on in about 6 hours. We'll see you then. Or if not, tune in tomorrow morning. I'll be on in the morning tomorrow. So good to see you. Don't be a stranger now. All right, folks. Till next time. Bye-bye.